Okay everyone, so I got my driver's license and my insurance card back. My test came back already, so that was really quick. So I don't have, oh gosh, I am so sorry, I cannot pronounce things. I don't have pneumonia. I think I did it. But I don't know exactly what this means, but I have mild atelectasis in my left lung in the middle of it, and it says there's no acute airway consolidation or something like that. So I think that means it's fine. I looked it up on Mayo Clinic just really quickly and briefly to find out what it is, and it says that atelectasis can be a complete or partial collapse of an area of the lung or a lung, like a certain lobe. I don't know exactly what this means, and it kind of freaks me out a little bit, but if it's really serious, then I think I would have had a lot more issues early on. So I'm gonna just see what my doctor says, and hopefully it's fine. It's now a few days after my birthday, and I don't have to quarantine anymore, so that's exciting. I'm still having quite a bit of trouble breathing, and I have a lot of joint pain right now in my knees. I feel like an old lady, like it hurts to walk sometimes or go up the stairs, so I've been putting this joint pain cream on my legs like an old person. So my doctor finally called back, well, not my doctor, the nurse called back with my x-ray results, and she didn't really seem to know what was going on, so that concerns me a little bit. And my doctor's off today, so I guess I'll do a little update if I need to do anything differently. But as of now, she's like, oh, so your lung has a mild, I said, atelectasis, and she said yes. And I'm like, yeah, I was hoping you guys could give me a little bit more information, like if I just need to keep doing what I'm doing or if I should change it up. And the nurse had to Google what that was, and I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. It's exactly what I read off Mayo Clinic the other day. I asked her if I should just keep taking my 40 milligrams of prednisone every day, steroids, along with my inhaler 4 times a day, 2 puffs each time. And she said, yeah, everything else is normal, so just keep on doing that. And that kind of stresses me out that she didn't really seem to know what was really going on. So hopefully my doctor will reach out to us and answer any more questions, because my mom kind of wants to get me on some antibiotics to help clear everything up a little more. So that's a little stressful, but for the most part I think I'm fine. And it's kind of weird because it's like, yeah, you have a mild, like, partial collapse of the middle left lung. That's okay. Here's some steroids. Like, it sounds really serious to me, but at the same time I'm like, oh, this isn't a big deal. So I don't really know how I feel about that, honestly, but I'm still gonna take it slow and relax so that I can fully recover before I see anyone else, since I feel kind of tired still, very fatigued. I did go to the library with my mom today so I could get a book for the book club I'm in with my roommates, and so I could just get some other health books that I was planning on reading over break so that I could just educate myself some more. But now I kind of also want to read it so I can share my knowledge and post a few videos about helpful books. Some of the books that I'm reading right now, and this is a little random, but it's Where the Red Fern Grows. It's from, my grandma gave this to me when I was little and I never read it yet. And she was a librarian, and it still has the cards in here. This book was bought in the early 90s, so it's a little old. Apparently, this is a little bit emotionally damaging, so we'll see how that goes. I'm also reading this right now, just about microbes and everything in your gut. And I'm reading an ebook version of Disjointed, which is a book about hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or HEDS. Oh my gosh, there's so many abbreviations. Got this IBS book. Oh, this is the club book that my friend picked out, the last thing he told me, so it sounds like it might be depressing. I haven't read the synopsis or anything on the inside just yet, so I'm just gonna jump into reading that. I have some more IBS food stuff, and then I wanted to read this book because it sounded interesting. It's about like trauma and how your body recovers from it and everything. You got Oprah and then some dude with a PhD, so that will be interesting. I have a bunch of other health books that I'm wanting to read. I bought Blink and My Stroke of Insight, so I really want to read those. Sometimes I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to read all these though, because school starts in 20 days, a little less than 20 days, so I don't know, but we'll just see. At least I can renew these books from the library, unlike the ebooks that I got from Overdrive, so that'll be good. Oh my gosh, I need to show you guys this present. It's a little belated birthday present my mom got me. It arrived a little late since it was in delivery, and look at the, I already opened I already opened it, so it looks a little rough right now, but look, there's squishy little leaf bookmarks that you can put in your book, and they're just so cute. It comes with 6 of them. I'm gonna be using these in all my library books. I'm so excited. Sorry, I just had to keep that video of my dog in there. She is the sweetest old lady I've ever seen. I filmed that little update earlier today, but there were some more updates that I figured I should just do in one video instead of doing even more videos. Some good news is that I just got out of the shower and I could stand up this time and I didn't get very lightheaded, so that's good. So today my mom and I contacted my asthma and allergy doctor so that we can get a second opinion on what I should do, since I haven't really heard back from my family physician or primary care doctor. The nurse told us that the atelectasis or whatever can be normal after respiratory infections or something like this, and she said that everything seemed normal so far. I mean, not normal, but as good as it can go at this point. She told us that I should keep doing my steroid inhaler multiple times a day, more than just 8 times. We realized that my joint pain was coming from my higher dose of prednisone, so I reduced my intake of the prednisone because the pain was just getting so bad in my knees and my hips so bad I had trouble getting up and walking around my house. I'm also gonna keep taking Mucinex and everything to help clear all the blockage. My primary care provider finally contacted us at the end of the day, like 5, and she told us to reduce our dose of prednisone So now I'm down to 20 milligrams a day of that. She also called in some antibiotics that I started taking at dinner so that it could clear everything out even more. So it seems like this isn't a major issue, it's more just a nuisance and a very slow recovery at this point. So that's good. It's just really annoying with all this chest pain I'm having and the aching. It's like a constant ache in my chest, but sometimes it flares up more than others. But I'm hoping everything will just go away as I keep taking my medicine and vitamins, and I will be on my way to recover before I go back to school in a few weeks. Earlier, I talked about how I felt about going through COVID at this moment, so I will just insert it here. So I feel really blessed that this isn't a huge deal or anything, even though it has been worried me a lot with the past few days, especially with my anxiety, and that makes everything worse. Because when I see that definition of partially collapsed part of the lung, that just sounds serious to me, so that's why I was freaking out, but that's okay. So hopefully this is the only complication I have from COVID, and after this I just continue to recover and get back to normal. I'm really happy that I got COVID now. I'm not happy that I got it, don't get me wrong, I did not like it at all, but I'm happy that I got it over my winter break when I have 6 weeks off of school during the winter, so that I have plenty of time to just relax and recover, and I don't have to miss so much school and catch up on all my schoolwork, because I know it was so annoying to catch up on all that work when I just had flare-ups for like a week or a few days, but this has been lasting a really long time, and hopefully this kind of helps me out and gives me some more antibodies so I can fight it off in the future much more easily than I did this time, unless it continues to mutate. But we're just gonna end this on a very positive note and not think about that right now.